Guys. Hey guys, I'm back, and this is the long-awaited matte video and updated pure super quantum deck profile. Sorry it took so long for you guys. I know you guys were waiting for quite a long time for it, but we need some time to get our supplies together, organize how we were going to distribute the matte, how we were going to make the matte, and we were working on our digital pictures to make sure the quality is so much better. And trust me guys, it's a lot of work, and I do apologize for taking so long with you guys. And I wasn't playing around, trying to josh you guys. I legitimately want to help you guys get a matte, but I also have to make it fair. It's going to take a lot of work involved, so I'll explain that at the end of the video. Sorry for pushing you guys and taking more time away from you guys. But until then, yeah. So right now we're going to discuss my updated pure super quantum deck. It's a little bit more aggressive, and yeah, there's a little more to it this time around. So I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm just going to go straight into the deck profile. So it's going to be start like last time. There are 3 reds in this still, 3 greens, 3 blues. Sorry about the glare. And 3 Alphons. I called it white. Anyway, I already explained what they do. They all have, except for Alphon, they all have when not optional summon effects. Red, when he's summoned, well, normal and special summon. When he's summoned, you get to target any super quant card in your graveyard, add to your hand. Green, you get to special summon any super quant monster from your hand. And blue, you search any super quant card other than herself. And Alphon, like I said in the last video, what his tribute effect is. But Alphon, I love his copy effect. It really helps me make magnets with multiple materials, and it helps also make other exceeds, because Alphon turns every monster into that level of any super quantum monster I copied. So it really helps with my XC plays, not just for magnets because it gives it another name, but just makes XC something so easier. And they all have if engraves, sent engrave effects. Like green, you get to discard a super quant card to draw a card. Blue, target up to 3 super quant cards and shuffle them back into the deck. And red, you get to target any super quant monster, special summon if the effect can't be activated. So this lineup will never change unless there are other super quant monsters that are going to come out. I hope they do release them. But yeah, this lineup hasn't failed me, and yeah, I still enjoy it. I don't think anybody will ever run anything less unless there's more support. But yeah, so those 12 monsters will never leave the deck. Now, the last 2 monsters in the deck are Maxi. I still enjoy Maxi in the deck because, one, like I said, it's holding place because I'm assuming the next super quant card, if they ever do release one, will be a level 2 earth monster. Probably insects like Insectors or Beast Warrior. But it's holding the place till then. And Maxi, this format, people say it's not good. I still think it's great, especially with all the other special summonings that's happened. And if you see in my last deck profile and my duel videos since then, I'm going to be uploading a lot more duel videos for you guys since I found better duels, better quality, and some in-life duels. I activate Maxi really proactively, so it kind of challenges my opponent to, play or no, don't play. Continue to spam monsters. I'm just going to draw more cards. You better defeat me that turn, or it'll just stop them right there. So, yeah, at most, or at worst, Maxi will probably get me nothing, but at least it'll stop the turn for my opponent. Or it'll be a 1-for-1, more than likely. Next, we're going to move on to spells. These are what I call the summon spells. So, the field spell, probably the best card in the deck and the only card that's needed to summon Magnus. I already explained what I did in the last video. It's still at 3 in this build. I still love it. And again, like I said, don't try to abuse the top effect where you have to discard a card and then target 1 super quantum to special summon 1 exceeds to make a piece of the same attribute. Try not to abuse that effect, because you're going to run out of resources really quickly, and you probably won't build the best Magnus possible. I feel that Super Quantums is a deck that you really have to kind of get a feel for, and after you do get a feel it, just, you're going to be able to play the deck really, really well. And yeah, So that's all I have to say about that I didn't say already in the last video. Now we're going to move on to more summon spells. 3 emergency teleports, summon blue, self-explanatory. If I have 2 emergency teleports in my hand, depends on if I'm able to make a strong Magnus that turn, I will use them both. But if not, then I won't use them. But yeah, but you also have to be careful what you do with blue. That if you don't do anything with blue that turn, then it'll get banished after you summon it with this effect. So be very cautious. Next, Soul Charge. Again, Soul Charge does not cause your monsters to miss timing in this deck. So, and it's great to summon like all 3 of your super quant monsters and then have all their effects go off, which is really awesome. And it's basically almost like a 1-card Magnus if you sent your grave enough, since you will be accelerating into your deck really quickly. And it can help you make the second Magnus, which I have done a lot. Yeah, Soul Charge is still great. I probably wouldn't run more than 1 if Soul Charge was more than 1. I feel that you pay a lot of life points and you're pretty fast in the deck. So yeah, Soul Charge, I wouldn't play 2 even if it was at 2 or 3. I will only play 1. Next, Instant Fusion. Now there's more targets now. And yeah, Instant Fusion, really good. Quick Exceed summons. That's all I'm going to say about Instant Fusion, because there's more I'm going to say about it later. Next, 2 Feastal while level 5, same as last time. Red's our only target. When I play my Super Quantum deck, I usually like to leave red in the graveyard, at least 1 or 2 reds in the graveyard to keep Feastal while level 5 alive. And plus, red is not the best one to draw, in my opinion. It's not very good to draw red, and your best bet is just to special summon it off of Alphon, or you have green in your hand, but red's really not the card you really want to draw into that often. So that's why I usually tend to leave him in the graveyard, even from blue's effect. So yeah, if he's a while level 5, I still think it's great, because red's your only target. And it's really good to just make a quick Magna Liger, or at least get 1 red on the field. Yeah. Next, 1-for-1. Alphon, only Alphon this thing can summon, but it allows me to discard my Super Quan cards. If red's discard, that's pretty good if I have another target in the graveyard. Green's pretty good to discard if I have a Super Quan in my hand to, discard to draw. I mean, 1-for-1 really makes Explosion with Alphon and speed up the deck really carefully. So yeah. So now, since I'm done with this, what I call the summon spells, I'm going to move on to what I call the consistency spells. And I'm just going to show you all 5 of them. Now, here we go. 1 Day of Peace, 2-bot Dichotomy, and Terraforming. Now, I still really like Terraforming in the deck, because I don't have to waste my blue searches on the field spell. The field spell is very vital. So Terraforming saves me on using blue's effects, so I could use it to search for Alphon or another Super Quant monster. I don't really have to waste it. So Terraforming helps that. 1 Day of Peace over Upstart, because I feel that the way I built my deck and how fast it could go and the speed of it, I really don't need play Upstart Goblin, and I had an extra space for the deck, so I tried 1 Day of Peace, because sometimes I'm going to leave my board blank, and that extra draw really does help. At least I'm not giving my opponents any life points, but at least I'm not taking any damage for the remainder of the turn. So yeah, 1 Day of Peace. And Pi Dichotomy, I still think is great in the deck, because I have 4 monsters, 4 different types, and I get to draw 2 cards. Who cares if I can't conduct my battle phase? Like I said, I have cards like Soul Charge, even 1 Day of Peace. Probably conducting my battle phase isn't too necessary. As long as I'm able to refresh myself and make a good turn or a good established board that turn, I don't really care too much, because Super Quants is not a deck that can ODK, so you have to be very vital with how you set up your board anyway. So that's why I really enjoy Pod Dichotomy. And if you guys don't like Pod Dichotomy, and it's each his own, but I really do like Pod Dichotomy. If you guys enjoy it, maybe you guys could try it out. But yeah, those are the consistency spells. Now we're going to move on to the destruction spells. Yes, I've been calling them that, so we're going to move on to it. So we're going to move on to it. Sorry about the traps. Here we go. 1 Mystical Space Typhoon. It's a really shiny one. 1 Twin Twister. 2 Dark Holes. And Raigeki. Now, this split I still enjoy. I was considering putting 2 Twin Twisters, but I find myself really enjoying this split a lot, especially in this current format. So yeah, and the 2 Dark Holes, same as the last deck profile, but Raigeki's in the deck now. Now I put Raigeki in the deck is because I want to be more aggressive and I want to destroy my opponent's board more. And this is probably the first time I ever put Raigeki in any of my decks. since it came off the ban list. I had it in, I believe I had it in Insectors for a little while, but then I took it out because I got rid of my Insector deck. So it's been kind of collecting dust for a while. But it was really good to put Regeki back in the deck. As you guys can tell, this deck is a little bit more aggressive than last time. Just a slight update. You probably don't know much of a difference, but there's a couple of differences. So yeah. And now we'll move on to the traps. One Storm Mirror Force. Torrential Tribute is new in the main board. One Vanity and Empties. And the Magnus Slayer trap card. I still really enjoy the trap card. It helps me stay aggressive. It adds another super quant name for me to discard for green or search. And the trap card with attached to Magnus makes it very, very lethal. Torrential Tribute, since there's a lot of summoning going on, I'd rather just destroy the board as much as possible. So yeah, even if I do something like I special summon red, Torrential the whole field, red will trigger a special summon either green, blue, or one of the beasts that are in the graveyard. So I don't really mind that. So Torrential Tribute is really good in the deck. And Storm Mirror Force, I'm still contemplating on keeping this in the deck, but it does help against Monarchs. It does help against Cosmos. So yeah, it's still pretty valuable in the deck. I really like it still. But if I find a better replacement, I'll do it. I took Phoenix Chain out because I didn't really think I need Phoenix Chain anymore. So yeah. Now, enough about that. We're going to go on to the extra deck. Now, things have slightly changed, but these have it. 2 Magnus, 2 Magna Liger, 2 Ouroboros, and 2 Grand Pulse. Now, I like this split, and some people only use one Magnus because they said they could easily recycle Magnus with blue, and I agree to that, but my deck is centered around keeping one Magnus very strong in the field, and I could also make the second Magnus if needed without needing to, recycle one Magnus. So that's why I really enjoy it. And plus I like to leave the big Magnus in the graveyard to special summon back with red if I ever necessarily need that. So yeah. And plus plus with Utopia the Lightning out now, and that's one of the easiest way to get over Magnus, then yeah, you kind of need the second Magnus. And Utopia the Lightning is probably one of the easiest outs to Magnus, so yeah. That's why I'm still saying 2 Magnus. And I go into 2 pretty easily if I really want to be very aggressive. I never usually need it. I could usually win the game with just 1. But if I really had to, I could easily make 2. Or sometimes I could just make 2 for fun. So yeah. Now we're going to go on to some more extra Exceeds. 1 Volcasaurus and 1 Gaia Dragon. I took Zenmail out of the deck because, yes, I still like flipping my monsters face down. And if I had Quake and Mirror Force still, but I don't have it right now, I believe I sold it to someone or I gave it to someone, I don't remember right now. If I had Quake and Mirror Force back in the deck, I would have replaced that for Storm and Mirror Force, and then I would have put Zenmail in the deck. But instead of Gaia Dragon, but until then, I'm going to keep Gaia Dragon. But Gaia Dragon, I rarely ever go into it, even with a weak Magna Liger with no Exceed material, or a 61 that kind of served its purpose for that turn. I got into Volcasaurus a couple of times, and the extra burn damage was really helpful. But yeah, I wish I did have Zenmail in the deck. If I probably just get a Quick and Mirror Force, it's like, $5. I'll probably get the Quake and Mirror Force so I could put Zenmail back in the deck, because I really do need Zenmail in the deck. Yeah. Now, just a couple more Exceeds. 1 Utopia and 1 Utopia the Lightning. Now, you might ask me why don't I use like Utopia Prime or Utopia Ray in the deck so I could give Utopia the Lightning more materials. My deck is very aggressive enough as it is. I only ever need to make Utopia the Lightning just to really kind of eviscerate my opponent, and with all this attack power and powerful monster in my deck, if I'm not able to win within the turn of this attack, then I really don't deserve to win. And my deck is kind of cloggy enough as it is, because I might not need the extra Utopia, so that's why I don't really want to waste the space for it. And yeah, so Utopia the Lightning is very strong in the deck, and as you can tell, the deck has become more aggressive, especially in the extra deck. Yeah, that's why I'm using it. Now the last 3 cards. 1 Panzer Drag and 2 Nordens. Panzer Drag is an extra addition, so I could easily go into another rank 5 play really quickly. So yeah, and it's another instant fusion target because I won't always go for Norden, but Norden's still very good in the deck, especially with its effect, especially something blue or green to make my exceeds really quickly. Panzer Drag is just an additional target. So yeah, so that's the deck profile, extra deck and all. But yeah, I'm gonna bring these guys back together. So yeah, now we're gonna move on to the big elephant in the room, the playmat. Now you guys are probably wondering how you guys are gonna get this playmat or get one like it. Well, this playmat was made for me by my good friend who actually agreed to help us construct more playmats for you guys. She handcrafted the playmat. Yes, it's a she. She handcrafted the playmat with these old pictures. This was before the deck was ever released in TCG, so I actually had this mat for a while, but now with better quality pictures, and she's hand doing it now and hand constructed, and with her own print she made the quality. It's a very good mat. So we decided to work on a business for this just to help you guys get a mat. You guys do want one, I'm going to put a PayPal description below, or I'll put it in our channel profile. And yeah, you could email us, contact us, comment down below. But yeah, definitely we're gonna have the PayPal information up for you guys, and you guys could send it in an email with your name, address, and any other details. Maybe you want your name on it, like she wrote mine. I'm not gonna show you my name again. But yeah, the price of the mat we negotiated. It's gonna be about $40. I know it's a little high for a playmat, but she put a lot of work and she constructed the mat, and we feel that it's most fair for her because she put some pretty good quality in this mat construction, because this is very smooth, very strong, and it's almost beyond YCS qualities because I have a Nashville mat. I have some really good quality mats, so it's about $40 to $50. I want to stay around 40 from what we calculated, but yeah, if you guys don't really like paying 40, then why don't you guys comment down below what you think a fair price is, and we'll work with the negotiation. So yeah, that's the best way to get a mat. So continue to comment, subscribe, share this video, share with around. The more subscribers we get that I definitely want, we'll be helping you guys. We'll even work on other mats for you guys. We'll create any design you want. So yeah, so that's all for now, and thank you guys for being very patient, and we'll see you guys. Yeah.